Murder is perhaps the single most serious criminal offense. Depending on the circumstances surrounding the killing, a person who is convicted of murder may be sentenced, first, to many years in prison, second, a prison sentence with no possibility of parole, third, death. Under Section 300 of Penal Code, there is 4 limbs to determining whether the accused held liable for murder. Limb requires an intention to cause bodily injury sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death of another person. In proving the criminal liability, we must first identify whether the act was inflicted intentionally or accidental. Second, whether the injury is sufficient to cause the death of a person.
The accused has been charged with the murder of a child aged 3 years old under Section 302 of Penal Code. The evidence showed that the accused beating the child after he came back from buying food because the child was crying and refused to eat when the accused tried to feed her. The accused covered her mouth using a pillow and punched the child on the chest many times. The accused didn't deny that he hit the deceased with his hand. What appeared in evidence was that he had a different version as to the degree and nature of blows inflicted.
The issues of this case are whether the blows inflicted by the accused were intentional and the probability of death was high, and whether the injury was sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death. It is found that the blows inflicted by the accused were intentional and the probability of death was high, as the testimony of SP7 stated that the injury was sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death. The pathologist SP7, who performed a post-mortem on the body of the deceased, identified that the injury at the liver of the deceased was most probably caused by a heavy blow to the abdomen part, and a weapon which is hard and blunt in nature could have been used to cause the injury.
For the decision of this case, the court or the judge gave convicting the accused and imposing the mandatory death sentence to the defendant. At the end of the case for the defense, it was found that the prosecution has established its case beyond a reasonable doubt in context of the limb Clause C of Section 300 of the Penal Code. In conclusion, according to the decision of the rights and the crime that the accused does, it was obviously deserved the rightful punishment belonged to the accused as it was brought to the death of the deceased. The accused used all of his strength when beating the deceased in such frightful and grisly way. Furthermore, it was further submitted that the accused hit the deceased many times with forceful blows, as it was found with the injury which contributed to the death of the deceased. The accused, convicted and sentenced to death as provided under the law, was equally to the murder that the accused have done, and the mandatory death sentence imposed was worth as charged.